Hey everybody, welcome to City Skylines, where we have an empty map. Completely empty. And where this is we're still on Mars. Why? Because I think it's a great place to, practice city building. Because that's where brand new cities will be made with, eventually. This is actually another real place. We are at the foot of Mount Olympus, and that way is up towards the summit. You can't see it because Olympus is just huge. It's a mountain the size of France. If that makes any sense to anybody, it's just gigantic. So what we're going to do, we're going to start off. Now I have a mod that actually allows me to just start building right away without having to place one, delete, and then place again. So here we got our, we're going to bring this guy out this way, and I want one right off of it. And I've got another mod that allows me to change the direction of one-way streets. Okay, now this to come up. I want my city to be over here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to need to change this to a specific type of. I'm not quite sure how to. I don't usually. I've only done this a couple of times. Trying to give me a curved road up and over there. Keeps trying to curve it. I don't want it curved. I think it's go straight. Okay, so I think I'm just gonna have to have it curved. I don't normally like these kinds of intersections, but whatever. Anyway, I can't do anything else here. Now, I know what let's do. Let's just do it curved. Anyway, take it out, halfway, and then in. Take it out, halfway, and then in. And it looks horrible, and it's very deadly and very horrible, bad, but whatever. It gets people in here. Now we're going to come up. We're going to come up or diagonally. We're going to go diagonally. Okay. And then from there we're going to go. I need this to be, this will make sense once I get it finished, what kind of intersection I'm building here. I'm not building a roundabout. What I'm building instead is a full-on turning, like an intersection with dedicated turning lanes. Like that. We're going to come off of the highway through this disastrous piece of engineering here. And why is that? Okay. And then they come down and they merge into this lane and then here. Okay. Actually, you know what I think I want that to be. There we go. Because I don't want stoplights on this at all. Okay. Now, we're going to have our utilities up this way, and over this way we're going to have industrial good for that. Okay, instead of guessing, I'm going to bring it out. And this is, it's a simple enough grid. And it gets the job done of starting the city. Up here, we're going to have a little bit of commercial. Okay, now, power. This is a mod that I have that I forgot to turn off. I'm going to have to turn that off later. Okay, so, we're going to place a couple of wind turbines up here. Until 8, that's maximum amount. 2 there. We're going to have this run all the way down to here. And then over on that side. There we go. Now for our pumps. We're going to spew pollution over here, far enough away from everyone. And I'm going to use, and since I only have one place to pull water from, I'm going to use a water tower. Bring it that way. Okay. Yeah. Alright. There are a couple of things that I'm not too enthusiastic about the way this game works, and one of them is the water supply. Well, you have to drag all these, there we go, all of them. Alright, that's right, now I gotta connect my sewage up to the main line. Alright, I think that's good. Yes, name of our city, Orpheus, after a Greek poet who lived near Mount Olympus way back in the ancient days. So I figure since we're on Mount Olympus, why not name it after a famous poet who talked about the Olympian gods. I'm not going to do too, and that's pretty much the only bit of renaming I'm going to do. I've learned since the Gale Crater that not everything has to be named, and I do not have power to my, there we go. There we go. Perfect. Let's speed it up. And when people start to come in, we'll see just how well my intersection works. I tested this intersection out in a couple of other extra cities that I've made, a couple of test cities, and it works out pretty well for a little while. Of course, later on, eventually, I'll have to do something ridiculous, like my ridiculous magic roundabout that I built. Ooh, are they getting power? Can't tell. Yes, they're getting power. Awesome. Yep, people are coming to the little city at the base of the mountain. And I have no power going to that. So while I still have money, I'll put that in. There we go. And look at all that nasty, nasty water coming out. Hopefully it won't impact our little village here. Because right now that's what we are, we're a little village. We are losing money. Hand over fist. Yeah, here we go. See people come in and turn. If this were a roundabout, they'd have to go all the way around there to just create extra traffic going into and out of the industrial section. This way everyone can go to wherever it is they need to go or want to go without getting in everybody's way. Dedicated turning lanes. There we go. Looking is money. Money we don't have to spend. Okay. Now, we're making money and it's time to expand. So we're going to expand down this way by adding just a few more. This is kind of the, and this is actually the way that Gale Crater started. With the grid that filled up. Here we go. More people. Now, I live in this little town here. Nice little town. Where do you live in this little village? At least come to visit this little village. Yeah. Let's watch it grow. Congratulations, we are now a little hamlet. We're going to need that. We're going to definitely need that. But we're going to need these two and maybe that one. Okay. So, let's see now. We need education. Education. Where's a good place to put education? Okay, so I need to put it someplace central. I think, yeah, I think that's good. As for this, it's going to have to go, yeah, right there, that's good. Now our landfill. Our landfill, we want to put it someplace where we're not going to have to, that's backing up. Now our commercial is going to slowly expand this way, and our industry is going to slowly expand that way. So we're going to take this and we're going to pull it off this way. And I think we need a little bit, just a little bit more. We're going to put our dump. Can't put it there. Can't we put it there? What? It's a little too steep. Okay. Okay, so we can put it, we're going to put it over here, so we're going to need to build a road. Up over this way, and then over. Okay. There we go. Dump. Garbage. Now let's go quickly. Now let's speed it up. Speed it up. Okay, we got a little bit of money. Here's some demand for commercial, so we're gonna... Okay, so we're gonna bring our road out this way. Pause. Full of commercial. Okay, so we can bring that. We can't bring that there. Let's see if we can bring it over that way. Come on. We're going to take out a loan, which means we actually can do a little bit more building than we were thinking about. I can bring this over here. And I think the next, we're going to definitely need more residential. So we're going to expand our residential over this, in this direction now. Go out to that. Connect these up. Bring that down. That's good. that out that way, and this in this way, and this in here. Let's fill that in as well while we're at it. And we're going to need to put in water pipes. There we go, fill that out. Perfect. Okay, what is our water supply? Is good. We're going to need to build another turbine. Eight. We want as much power out of these turbines as we can get. Oh, we got a little bit of a... Yeah, there we go. Perfect. Perfect. Fast speed. Yeah, there we go. It's expanding nicely. So we're going to keep this place... we're going to keep it with the... I got a stoplight there. I did not want a stoplight. Well, it's not causing problems at the moment. I'm just going to let it run. Yeah, there we go. Perfect. We don't need anything else at the moment. Let's just let it run. Let it run. There's our little starter building. There's our little starter town. So, like I was saying, we are at the foot of Mount Olympus, the tallest mountain in the solar system. And over this way is the northern Martian desert, which, oh, cool. Which, as I was, and what it was is, back during the early days of Mars, it may have been a lake thing. We're not sure if it came this close up to the mountain, but I brought it up this high just so we could have a better way to, an easier time of it. So we're going to turn this into a district of some kind. But first, let's check out what we got. Okay, we've got a little bit of farming over here, so we're going to turn this into a farming district. We're just highlighting this. We're not going to leave it as Madison Park. What we're going to do is we're going to rename this. What are we going to call this? We're going to call this, let's call it farms for right now. We'll get back to it later. But we need a fire department. Mostly over here because it's the most combustible area. And we don't have much crime at the moment. So let's just plop one down and we'll worry about it later. Yeah. This is a little decoration mod. It adds a mine thing that someone made. It's actually some mines out in Germany that I think look pretty cool. Okay. Now that we've got that zoned, and there's a little bit of pollution here, we're going to turn that into a... I forgot about that. We're going to temporarily put that there. So while the industry sorts itself out into the new farms, I think we may eventually put some regular industry. If we look, we're probably going to put, we're going to expand with farms over in this direction. We're going to expand with forestry over here, mines up here, and probably over here is going to be regular industry. And we're probably going to try to expand over to this place to make some turn that into like a high-rent residential area. How's our power? Power's good. Water's good. Okay. Demand is not going up quite too high yet. But yeah, see, this is actually a very good intersection. You see people get to stop, turn, and go whichever way they want to go, and nobody interferes with anybody. And here are the pedestrians. Pedestrians aren't causing too much of a problem yet. Just because they can go over this way as well. I may eventually put some pedestrian ways around this. Or I'll just peel off a pedestrian walkway up over here. But that's for later. Right now we've got about 1,000 people. We're making money. There's some commercial demand. There's more demand for commercial. So we're going to expand once more. One more grid line. Okay, so they've sorted themselves out, so now we can get rid of this. And let's check our water supply. Very good. And now we can put in our little bit of commercial over here. Now I'm leaving this so that I can put like a sound barrier of trees. Oop. We're running low on power again. No, a high school. Okay, we can put, we don't really have, we can put down parks and recreations now. First, we need to put down another turbine. And it only gives me 7. This, however, will give me 8. There we go. We need a park. A large park. And stick it. We can't put a large park there. We can fit this park here. And let's put a plaza over here. I was gonna see about pedestrians. Pedestrians aren't causing a problem yet. There we go. Oh, there's demand for residential. So let's expand this over to try to keep it pretty even. Just makes things a little easier. Okay, bring a little bit of water over. And we fill this in. Yeah. There we go. But we're losing 30 people. Oh, now we're gaining population again because we didn't have anywhere for people to move into. Perfect. Oh yeah, we don't have enough people here. And that's what this means. See, not enough workers. Alright, we'll just need to get things going. We're doing pretty well, I should say. We're doing really well. Alright. They're getting people are moving in. We're keeping our demand low. And our intersection is working. We're going to need a high school soon. Go away, Chirpy. So let's take a little ground level tour of our city. Let's say we were... Whoa, where did it put me? I think it just put me where I can't remember looking. Okay. Say we were coming into the city. You see people coming. Whoa, they're doing a lot of. Come into the city, down through there and around through this little turny merge road, and the divided highway here. mostly off. Then we merge into our intersection here. Actually looks pretty good. Now from here you can see over onto our little housing area. It looks pretty good. And there's our farms. Our farms are off over that way. And our shops are over here. We'll do a lot of walking in this city. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to give them a little shortcut. We're going to bypass the, put that there. Give them a bypass. Pedestrian bypass. Okay, and let's put another little long pedestrian bypass through here. I was going to cut that off, but well, whatever. That gives those people a good way to get over there. Doesn't look like they're using it too much. Because people want to get over there. And I don't want them crossing the move. Wow, yes, thank you for mowing in my ear. I don't want them, taking, so I'm going to put a little, okay, how is my situation? Oh, we need another turbine. We need another turbine. Good. So you know what I'm going to do? Water power. Good. How's my water situation? Water availability is not good. I don't want to put that there. I don't want to, so I'm going to put this over here in the farms. I'll put that over there in the farms. Very good. Now what was I doing? That's right. I'm getting rid of this. We don't need that anymore. What we're going to do is we're going to put a raised pedestrian walkway here. And then we're going to bring that over there. Okay. Come on, connect. There we go. Perfect. Whoa, we're losing money again. Why are we losing money? Oh, we need more, need more people. Need more people. Okay, I need to pause this so I don't lose all my money. Not enough money. Okay, so we can't do too much. Can't expand as far as I was wanting. Fill this in. Okay. Let's hope this fills in the demand. Oh, I know what's happening. It's because I mandated those policies. Oh, I can't afford them. Okay, well I don't need them now anyway. Oh well. What's going on here? What are you? Citizens are sick. Well, good thing I've got a... How's my... Oh no. Got a bit of a health crisis. Why are they sick? Why are people sick? Drinking water pollution. Oh no. I can't move it. take a loan. I'll put it over here. Okay. Well, now that we have money, I'm going to pay off that loan. And then I'm going to, we've got demand for this stuff. Oh boy. Can't do that. We've got a little bit of demand for that. Out that way. Can't go all the way. But, yeah. I'm going to fill this out. And I think, well, we're out of time for today. But this is our little city. City of Orpheus, on the slopes of Mount Olympus. We will be continuing this, trying to build it into a major bustling city. And I will see you guys then.